Hello, everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Gold Crest Valley. And to start the episode here, folks, I went ahead and brought the canola. We were going to sell their last episode down to the train station here. Best price for canola is at the Maplefield Mill. So already have the canola transported down here. And looks like I need to strap up these logs here. This is from our logging video. I'll make sure these are secured before we take off here. Probably won't bother selling the logs here. We're just going to sell the canola. And make sure we don't overshoot the target here. $78,589 canola. Seems like I thought there was more than that. Nope, I guess that's it. Silo is empty. I was thinking it was actually closer to 100,000, but I guess only 79,000 there. And then I also have the combines there working on the field. Got the Massey Ferguson harvesting barley, and the Case also harvesting barley on another field. And we got, off screen here, I went ahead and bought a different mower for the hired worker. Oh, where is he at? There he is. The New Holland here. I went ahead and bought one of the Lily front mowers. So you can see him working there. Works much better with a hired worker than the disc bind mower. And yeah, as you can see, he's not, derping up or nothing. Okay, looks like we're done filling there. And hopefully these logs here don't cause any issues. As folks can probably see, it worked a little bit there off screen. Got the train mostly full. Looks like I could probably fit one more load of logs in here maybe. But we'll probably save that for the next logging episode. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the place we just went through there was, folks. I really don't know if that's like another train loading spot there. The only thing I can assume that is. It's not actually marked on the map with anything. Oh, I think we're going a little too fast yet. Yep, we're going to overshoot. Oh, not by much, though. It does seem like the train could use some better brakes on it. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. The train really gets up to speed quickly, but takes forever to slow down. If they want to make it realistic as far as the slowdown goes, then they really should make it realistic for the speed to what it gets up to, too, then. Slow them both down, it seems like. Anyway, we got $289,000 to spend here, so hopefully that will be enough for our new tractor. And several people commented. Most of the comments looked like they were for the New Holland, so I think we'll go ahead and get the New Holland T7. And we'll probably customize it up some sort of way. See how much money we have here first. And we should have some barley left over that will need to be sold yet as well, so we should have a little bit more spending money. With a bigger tractor, obviously a larger cultivator would be nice. And then, of course, at some point, a larger planter and, so on and so forth. Okay, we'll just leave it parked there. Probably should shut it off. Okay, folks, let's go visit the shop. Tractors. No, definitely not a Hurleyman. There we go, the T7 heavy duty. Let's select that one. The T7 315, I think that's the biggest. Yes, it is. And then wheel weights, wide tires, or back to standard. So I think we'll go with the wheel weights. Too bad there's no duals option for this tractor. That would look kind of nice on this tractor, in my opinion. Let's buy that. Guessing, does the T8 have duals then? Crawler tracks. Oh, no duals on the T8 either. Okay. And then, of course, it goes up to the T9. So, yeah, no New Holland with duals on it. Interesting. I'm sure the T6 probably doesn't. Nope. Okay, then. Well, let's go grab our new tractor. We still have 42,000 left yet. Does that give us enough for any cultivators? I think that's the one we have currently. So if we go bigger cultivator, probably something like the horse. Oh, that's 400 horsepower for that. Okay. Maybe not then, folks. 300 horsepower. We could always go to the 12 meter. How much is this one? 350. A little bit much. Maybe we should give that one a try. Oh, we actually also have the John Deere 2410. Doesn't say how much horsepower, though. Plus, we're a little short on the cash for it yet. Yeah, it doesn't say how much horsepower for the John Deere 2410, but I would think the New Holland there would have enough. Definitely a beefy-looking tractor. We'll have to say that. So anyway, I don't know that there's really a whole lot we have for this tractor to do yet at the moment. Well, it looks like both combines are full. I should probably take care of that. Anyway, we'll read a couple comments here in a moment. Mod was saying I'm very, 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 very much like this video. Well, good. If you had put one more very, I would have thought you had been serious, but hey, good. Glad you liked the video. Saban was saying per one level of fertilizer, you get 30% more crops. And I'm assuming if you only have one level of fertilization on, then do you get 90% or do you only get 30%? Obviously on Gold Crest Valley here, folks, I am running with 3 levels of fertilization on, so I do have to fertilize the fields 3 times to get the maximum yield. Okay, we'll just shut that tractor off there for the moment. And let's get our combines unloaded here. Popping sockets. That doesn't necessarily sound like a good thing. Was saying that the soybean didn't give that good of a yield. I would say it was actually just a normal yield there, folks. Soybeans are not a high-yielding crop, so you could argue that was a good yield. Just, compared to other crops, obviously it's not as much as, say, barley here, for example. Jeffrey was saying, I would like to see the Alberta farms sometime. Looking for a good map there after Gold Crest. Yeah, someone was asking, folks, if I'm looking for another map here for Gold Crest. Probably not yet, folks. Still going to be on Gold Crest here, probably for a little bit yet. I don't think we're quite finished with the map yet. I think it'll be a few weeks yet, probably after the new year. Okay, we got you lined up with the baler. That should be good. And what I should have done is put the new tractor into a group. I think we'll put him into group 4. And let's go ahead and grab the case here, and we'll start him on fertilizing, then we can start the New Holland on cultivating with our currently small cultivator. Yeah, unfortunately, folks, the barrel weight there fell over, and I can no longer pick it up. So, don't know if I'm going to have to reset that, or like see if I can get it upright again. Oh well. Okay, we'll put the tractor to work here. Time to get it dirty and see how it does, right? And it occurs to me I forgot to unload the case here, so we better do that in a moment. And then we'll go ahead and probably start baling here. We should get some money from the bales as well, so that should definitely give us enough money to buy... Oh, we missed some canola. Oh, well. Just happened to see that there. Not sure how that happened. Yeah, like I was saying there, we have the bales yet, so we should be able to make some more money off of that as well. Hopper has finished the task. Hopefully that's the fertilizing tractor. Anyway, back to the comments here. Sarah was saying, I like your videos. Thank you very much for that. Cole was saying, I'd like to see the New Holland on Gold Crest. Claude was saying, Hobbs is a great map, but has quite a few errors on it. I can't comment on that too much, as I haven't played on the map that much yet, folks. Mostly been playing on the Lostberg so far. So I haven't really had much of a chance to play on Hobbs Farm yet. Okay, we'll just park that there for the moment. And I believe it was the Vultra. Yes, the Vultra is on the baler. So let's start the baling here. And like I was saying, I think I mentioned last episode, we'll start making some more giant marshmallows here. And somebody was asking, what is the hand down in the bottom corner there? What is that supposed to mean? Well, if you do Shift 3... This is part of drive control mod. See a hand down there that says 100%. That simply means once the baler is 100% full, it's going to stop the tractor. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to stop it quite quick enough, you'll notice. It misses just a little bit there, but it will stop the tractor, which is a really nice feature. So simply all I am doing here is steering at this point. I've got the cruise control set. Once you reach 100% full, it stops the tractor. And we are using the bale auto unload mod, by the way. So it does automatically unload the bale when we are full. So between the drive control mod here, folks, and the unloading, automatic unloading for the bales, really makes this a nice, easy task. Clean up some of this mess our courseplay and hired workers made. Let's see what's here. I just seen something about a hired worker being blocked. I'm not sure who that was. Let's see. You are finished. Very nice. You looks like you need to finish a little more here. I'm not quite sure why he like turns around and starts to do it then, but kind of decides, nope, I guess I'm done. Oh, it's the New Holland that's blocked. Okay. Silly New Holland, you can make that turn. Okay, we'll just move them on to the next field here. Actually, I should check, folks. I forgot to do that. Do my fields need to be plowed at all? I'm guessing they probably do. Oh, yes, folks. Field 15 and field 12 do. Okay. Well, that'll be a good use for the New Holland then. Field 22, yeah, once it's harvested, will need to be plowed. Field 20 does as well. Okay, so I got lots of plowing here to do, folks. Lots of plowing. Might see once. Maybe we'll, like, lease another plow here and get both the Fendt and the New Holland working on it. I can definitely start fertilizing here, though. No sense cultivating yet. Should have checked that before I started cultivating, I guess. We'll probably work on that next episode then. Start plowing our fields. And with drive control here, by the way, there are multiple features for the kind of the cruise control settings for drive control. The first one here is obviously the stop when 100% full. That's good for like baling, harvesting, etc. Anything that fills up. Oh, got a lot of bales there. And then the next mode should be when empty. That, for example, when seeding. So when your seeder runs out, it'll automatically stop your tractor. And again, folks, it doesn't stop it quite quick enough. That's just the way it works. It waits until you are 100% full. It'd be nice if it had like a feature on it, you know, like 95% full or something like that. It would stop the tractor as opposed to, you know, 100%. That way it'd actually stop it in time, or 98% or, you know, something like that. And, you know, same thing when empty, stop it at like when it's 1% empty. That way it'll actually stop you in time as opposed to, you know, I have to back up. Otherwise, you notice we will miss quite a bit there. Actually, quite a bit in some cases, depending on how fast it's filling up. Now, you could always slow down, too. That would help. But, I mean, come on, folks. Who wants to do that? Ooh, and I just realized, too, we should probably refuel this tractor. Wow. I know somebody a while back was asking what happened to the Vultra here. We still have it. Still using it. It's just been mainly up in the forestry area. Been using this kind of as the forestry tractor. This is where our hired worker, or no, it was the courseplay worker. I think it was the courseplay worker who was doing our circle of death here. That's what that grass is about there. Doesn't really matter so much to me, except for the fact that it's not on the field, so that most likely means I'll never get over here to pick it up. That's why I'm going to go ahead and pick this up here a moment. Oh, there's some up there too. Yeah, great. Is that everything there? I think it is. This actually might have been the hired worker up here, I'm guessing. Oh, and what in the world, folks? My goodness. This must have been from last time, because it doesn't look like it's mowed this time. Look at all this grass up here. Crazy hired workers. Okay, I think that might be about all of it. Double check here. Oh, no, there's a little more here yet. Okay. There we go. Okay. Be a bad spot to unload a bale there. Oh, missed a little bit there. Kind of watch it a little bit. These windrows are a little bit on the wide side. Oh, missed a little bit there again. Like I said, really got to watch it here. You know what? I could actually line this up with a GPS mod, I guess. That would make it a little bit easier. Like the ultimate baling here. Got the drive control mod automatically stopping us. Got the automatic bale unload mod, unloading the baler automatically for us. And we got the GPS mod keeping us on a straight line. Now, I debated setting this up with Courseplay, folks, but decided not to this time around. Maybe in the future we will. In order to get this set up properly with Courseplay, you really should have Courseplay run the tedder. Or not the tedder, the windrower. Because basically with Courseplay, once you have a hired worker, or if you do the windrowing yourself, you're not going to be able to get Courseplay to line up properly. So it's rather imperative that you actually have Courseplay do the windrowing. Oh, and our combines are full again. Probably been full for a while. Just happened to glance up and notice that. Take care of that here a moment. Looks like you almost finished the field. Callie was saying, great video, keep up the good work, and will Xbox One be getting the, I'm assuming the map on Mod Hub? I'm assuming that's what was asked there. And asking about the Lostburg map, it looks like. From what I heard, folks, yes, supposedly the Lostburg map will be coming out for PlayStation and Xbox. I don't know when that'll be happening, but supposedly it will be coming out at some point. Chad was saying, like your videos, watch them every time I get a notification. Mathos was saying, well, sir, looks like you did a good job harvesting. Didn't miss any. It was probably somebody else that was missing everything. Well, folks, with the GPS mod, which, like I said before, one of my favorite mods there I like to use, I don't typically miss anything, just because I'm not the one driving. I leave the straight line to the GPS mod. Okay, we'll just unload this here, because otherwise we'll probably fill up with the other combine. And what's the price of barley looking like here? Barley is at, actually, I think it's a little low from the looks of it. 540 at Denton Bakery at the moment. Samuel was saying, will you record any of the Hobbs farm? I'd like to see that map. I've been thinking about that, folks, and the answer is probably not. I will probably not be doing any recording on the Hobbs farm, just because that adds 3 maps I'm doing, and I'd like to keep it down to just 2. So currently the maps I'm doing, obviously, Gold Crest Valley here, and then Lostburg on the multiplayer server. And we do have Hobbs Farm on the second, basically the third map there on the second multiplayer server. Just seems like a little too many maps to be doing at once to me, so my planned focus is to keep up with the Gold Crest Valley and Lostburg, at least at this point anyway. Okay, we'll just leave that there and go back to Baling. Of course, the tractor shut off. And if you wanted to here, folks, you could actually probably take the time and get the GPS mod to line up properly here with the windrows. Might be a little bit difficult because I don't know what width the hired worker uses. Basically, folks, when you look at the width of an implement, that's not necessarily the width that a hired worker will use. So you can't just take that number and use that, unfortunately. Now, obviously, when I use the GPS mod, that is the number I tend to go by. You know, if it says it's 10 meters wide, I will make sure the GPS is set at 10 meters. Unless, of course, the auto set disagrees with me. Then I might give that a try. But usually I will set it at whatever width the menu, the store says the width of it is. Oh, must not be very much grass in this windrow here. Not filling up very quickly. Okay, there we go. That does it for this field. I guess we might not actually get to making the marshmallows here this episode. We do have the bales completed. And looks like I do have to get this field windrowed up here first. And windrowing, by the way, does seem to work okay with a hired worker. Haven't noticed any issues with that. At least not yet, anyway. Usually, folks, when it comes to hired workers, my preference is always to use the hired worker if it's available. Usually, I just find the hired worker is the easier option. Usually a whole lot less derpy than, say, if you're going to use course play. And I haven't seen Auto Tractor, Auto Combine come out for Farming Simulator 17 here yet. But yeah, given basically the choice between the hireable tools options like horseplay, auto tractor, auto combine, there is one other hireable tool mod out there as well. I forget the name of it. But yeah, given the choice, like I was saying there, folks, if the hired worker will do the job, I typically like to use the hired worker just because you'll find that will probably give you the least amount of trouble. Not necessarily all the time, maybe, but just seems like that's usually the easiest way to go. You know, so if the hired worker will mow the grass for you, use the hired worker. And of course, you know, if the hired worker isn't working or some type of mower that doesn't work, like the disc Baling, for example, there, then it's time to break out Courseplay, which, like I said, unfortunately in this case, it did not work with Courseplay either. I don't quite know why, as it did work back in Farming Simulator 15. But anyway, folks, looking at time, looks like it's time to wrap up the episode. So that you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time. We'll have one giant marshmallow here.